Welcome back to the casting couch. Welcome back to the Show podcast. Today we are going to be doing our Shazam predictions, and then we're going to go watch Shazam. Edward's coming along because Hector Pay, and
I got too litty, so I'm here drinking my coffee.
Hector's drinking a bottle of piss, and
I need
Pablo
money.
has
No
I got
water.
no beverage of choice today.
No, tomorrow's my marathon.
Are you not a
day.
beverage goblin?
Tomorrow's my
I'm a
marathon.
beverage.
Tomorrow?
goblin. I had.
I thought it was today.
Today was just a 5K.
This morning I had 2 coffees.
Oh,
Real quick.
nice. Nice. Those are rookie numbers. Get those numbers up.
No, that's enough.
2 consecutive conversations on a podcast.
Yeah. That's split the audio. Split the
Well,
audio.
Honestly?
Honestly, but that's what happens when you have more people, though.
Yeah.
That's true, that's
split
true.
it off.
we
But,
got to.
yeah.
All right, we got to focus. So
All right.
Shazam,
Dedicated.
Shazam. Then you want to talk about Shazam?
Shazam. Wait,
You
we
know
had
what?
something else.
Shazam.
I didn't even watch the first one.
Oh,
You know
so
what?
I just watched this video by Trailer
Can we do
Drake,
it right now?
and apparently,
Can we just play it right now and we start watching it?
Yeah, let's do it right
No.
now. How do you call it? I was watching this video about from I think Comic Drake about the history of Shazam,
Oh.
and apparently at one point Shazam was slated to get a reboot because so basically DC stole Shazam from their rival, through some weird complicated legal mumbo jumbo. And they didn't know what to do with him, so they tried to reboot him, or they were going to reboot him, and it was going to be a dark and gritty thing with like sex and prostitution and all that shit. And they were going to have him... he was essentially going to look like Prince or Michael Jackson instead of like the big beefy dude. And it was just really weird. It was a really weird concept. Like, he was basically going to come from like an abused home, and that's why he was a runaway.
Isn't that what happened in the TV or in the movie though?
No, he was abandoned. He was an orphan. He was just an orphan.
All right, abandonment's not abuse. You're right. Correct.
Yeah.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next.
Your Honor.
Well, to be fair, he was abandoned at an orphanage. He wasn't just like left at home.
Well, I guess.
I just noticed Edward has glitter in his eyes.
Oh yeah.
He was very glittery yesterday. They had
We'll talk about it later. We ran on Shazam. We'll talk
Wait,
about
actually, no. We should start with that. Yeah, it was St.
All right,
Patrick's Day
Edward.
yesterday.
St. Patrick's
it.
Day.
The only fucking guy that went out to drink.
Yep. How was your St. Patrick's Duke?
It was pretty fun, to be honest, except for all the fucking LA drivers.
I thought you were gonna say illegal aliens. I don't know why.
Oh.
I heard
Driving in
fucking
St. Patrick's Day, huh?
Yeah, dude. I
You
I
shouldn't be doing
absolutely
that.
fucking hate LA drivers. Well, when I didn't drive to the I didn't drive to the bar. I drove to another place where we all met up, and then someone drove
After
us.
he was wasted.
Yes.
No, no, before.
Wait, before. What are you doing?
If only
Wait.
I can make this drinking session a little more fun.
A little spicy.
Throw in a Tesla on autopilot.
Honestly, just spontaneously combust.
Bing chilling.
Oh.
How do you call it? And then we essentially went from their place to the Hive of Scum and Villainy. That's literally what the bar is called. It's like a nerd themed kind of thing. They have like drinks themed after, like they have one specifically that they call green milk because it's St. Patrick's Day.
And there was no women. Am I assuming correct?
No, filled with women.
Yeah, dude. Bars
Dude,
are just where it's where
We
it's at.
love nerd shit.
Yeah. They're there for the free what's
For
it
the
called?
green milk.
Yes.
For the green milk.
For the green milk.
For the
Wait,
free, for the
isn't it
free,
blue milk?
For the free drinks.
Yeah, it's blue milk, but because it was St. Patrick's Day, they
they
said
made it
green milk.
green.
Also,
Yeah.
there is green milk in Star Wars now.
There's women literally going out there for Sims, dude. That's what bars are for.
No, yeah, but I went with my beautiful and wonderful partner, and we went as a group with like friends, and so we were just there drinking all night long till like 3 hours ago.
We're filming this
gonna
at
come.
3
Edward just
o'clock in
woke
the
up. Edward
afternoon.
just woke up.
Yeah.
Straight up.
But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I just absolutely fucking despise LA drivers. As an LA driver, I hate LA drivers. They cannot fucking drive. There was like the main thing that I'm talking about is on the freeway on the way to the place where we're all gonna first meet up.
Yep.
There was like a 5-car pileup, causing like an extra half hour to like a half hour to maybe an hour's worth of traffic extra for me on the way there.
Damn.
It was so fucking annoying. And then fucking retards don't know like the one thing.
They don't know how to drive.
They don't know how to drive. They don't know they don't know the one thing that they're doing on the road, and second, they don't know like one of the first things they teach you like on the test and the exam to get the driver's for your driver's license, which is that when you're when something like that, when there's blockage on the road, merging happens kind of like in a zipper fashion. So it's one from the concurrent
zipper.
lane, and then one car from the merging lane, and then that's how you combine the two lanes. So one. Yes.
Yeah.
And retards don't fucking know how to follow this this very simple basic instruction of driving, and they either try to merge two cars at the same time into one very small spot, almost causing another accident. They merge without their fucking turn signal. I can't. The amount of times in just that 1 hour that someone almost crashed into me is unbelievable.
They were just trying to have a good St.
No.
Patrick's Day too, you know.
It's believable. That's not
It's
unbelievable.
unbelievable.
I am unreasonably upset.
Unreasonably.
You are.
No, that's
unreasonable.
pretty reasonable.
You're
That's
reasonable to get.
No,
upset.
it's unreasonable.
That's why you have. That's why you need a fast car. You go. Roof.
Honestly,
You do what they're doing, but faster.
Slam into them first. I won't expect it.
Yeah, you could be stupid faster.
Yeah.
and then jackasses that don't let you merge despite like no other car having been merged and set. Like, there's cones up ahead. What do you want me to fucking do? You're the reason why there's so much traffic.
Or like when the third lane's open and you see what the hazard is, and then people just go into the lane. They're like, oh, never mind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, like, are you stupid?
Well, sometimes
Why-
yeah, there's a lot that adds up to it. Even sometimes the parking attendants, whatever, who put the cones, they're like mislead them and stuff.
Yeah.
It's everything piles up.
Yeah, it's all the small things that pile up, and it's so frustrating when you're like in that fucking moment. And then like the same shit happened right now when I was coming back from West LA or from West Hollywood, sorry. Like, fucking goddamn it! Like it was like this one wasn't as big. It was like a 2-car or whatever. But for some reason, it gave me the same amount of time increase in my travel time. It's fucking
30 minutes.
yeah, 30 minutes. It's so fucking dumb. I hate LA drivers.
Honestly, just be kid.
Do you hate LA drivers or the traffic?
Both. Fuck
yeah.
them. Honestly.
I drive so much that I find a way to go around them. Like I like my Google even knows. Oh, at Hector speed, it'll be 10 minutes less. Like Google knows.
Yeah.
But still, I think it's, I think it appeared again on the news like recently. Like, oh, there's an increase in fatality. I think it was on Reddit. It was an increase on fatality rates due to people's overuse of phonage on the road.
Phonage use, man.
Phonage use.
Yeah.
Phone the Jews.
People just can't. What?
I thought we were doing word association. Sorry.
No. but
Yeah.
this reminds me like the year when I quit UCLA, like at New Year's Day, because I had to work New Year's Day, and it was in the morning, so I was already up at 4 a.m. Driving to work. I thought this guy was being an asshole. This guy was just speeding with his Corolla. He's just speeding at the right lane.
Piece of shit.
And
Corolla.
he went, no, like if you don't have a car that's supposed to be fast, don't try to make it fast, you know. So he went to the rightest shoulder, right? He drove. So I'm like, all right, this fool is an asshole. He's gonna take
Try
the
and cut the
shoulder,
traffic,
take
right?
the shoulder to cut this guy. He took the right shoulder, but then it says in the V line or B line?
Beeline for it.
Beeline.
Beeline, to the left shoulder. Bam! I think I witnessed someone die. Cause literally,
You never seen someone hit the guardrail so hard?
Yeah, it's
no, I'm
instant
serious.
death.
The car
Crumpled.
crushed into half its size, and I'm like, this guy's done.
That's
This
supposed to
is
absorb
done.
the impact, but
Yeah.
I mean,
No, the what's it called? What's that thing called? The pillar? No.
divider?
Yeah, whatever.
Divider.
The concrete divider.
Yeah.
Intact.
Oh,
Intact.
that's concrete.
course.
The car destroyed.
Yeah.
Like a tin can.
Yeah.
But it was
Day
like
before recycling.
he went and then to immediately 90-degree turn into the
Why?
but that's what drunk drivers do, fool. Well, I think
He was
the-
having a great New Year's
Yeah,
until he
that's
wasn't.
no, honestly, I don't know, man. I'm like, I think this fool had a death wish or something. I was like, dude, this fool, he's dead,
Maybe just wasted. I don't know.
wasted,
Yeah, probably wasted.
but he's just dead. He's
Yep.
just I was like, yeah, you're done. I'm
You go up to him. You knock on the window.
Yeah.
You're done.
done.
You walk away. Jesus.
Officer, this guy's done.
We can see
Hector,
that by
I
the charred
think you-
remains of his body. And you're like, officer, you don't understand. I saw it.
Hector
Done.
really went out for New Year's and saw the opening scene to Doctor Strange. Just
It's
Straight up.
it's like I drive all days, either in the morning, in the afternoon, in the morning, late at night. I'm like, I don't think any time is safe to drive. No time
It's
is safe.
never safe.
Never
to
It's
safe
drive.
never
to
safe to
drive.
drive, dude. It's so insane. I'm like,
1 a.m.
And
And
there's
there's
still
no
so
cars
many
on the
You
road.
know,
Cool.
statistically, it's safer to be on a plane than it is on the freeway.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
So, it's
So
like, never
crazy.
safe to drive.
I think the only thing safer is a train, right?
I
talking
don't
about
know.
statistics,
insane.
the whole Mexico versus America. Oh, it's not safe to go to Mexico.
It's not safe to go to Mexico right now because of the increased cartel activity, and
And
it's
then-
what the news has been telling me.
And then the president's like, well, looking at the American statistics, it's not safe to be in America either.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
Yeah, but I mean, I know that it's two very different problems though, because one of them
Yeah.
is like you have a chance to get shot and robbed in like Chicago. The other one is you have a chance to get
Shot and robbed.
No,
in
no, no.
Mexico.
Shot and
no.
robbed. Yeah.
to get
Honestly-
picked up, extorted for money, have drugs pumped into you so that you stay conscious as they torture you, and then ultimately beheaded and left in the street. So I'm like, if I take one or the other, you know,
That's not
think-
the
I
that's
think-
not the
yeah.
common way people get murdered in Mexico.
No, I
Oh,
think
It's more common than
beheadings.
than here, but it's not like something that's just gonna happen to a random.
I think
person.
yeah, and
It's
I think
bad.
it's just
Statistically?
but I think it's just very
Man,
just be
you're-
careful. Just be careful when you're out there.
You're just racist. Like, I'd rather be shot in America than in Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
like there's a profit motive here. The reason cartels exist is a profit motive. There's not a whole lot of profit in doing that to every person that they're
Yeah.
gonna murder.
Yeah, all you gotta do is start speaking English, and they're like, "Oh shit, he's American," and then they leave you alone
Yeah.
because remember,
No,
if
they ask-
if Biden's gonna come down himself
And
and
pick
he's
you
gonna
up.
liberate
Yeah.
Mexico. He's like, "We found some oil."
I was gonna say they found some oil in Mexico.
Yeah. So,
Uh,
but yeah, that's why it was.
it
that's
just
why it was a big
happened
deal.
to be where the president's sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it happened.
Some oil came out of his back.
Imagine.
exactly.
Yeah, my ex coworker got mad when I mentioned, "Oh, yeah, I'm not going to Mexico because it's just dangerous now."
Yeah.
Why would they get mad?
No, because she's really into her like culture. and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm into my culture too, but I know
Start
it's
quoting
dangerous.
statistics at them.
Trust me, Pablo, it's unreasonable as it sounds like it is.
Yeah, no, I'm angry for you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We're all angry for
We're
you
angry
on
for
this
you.
day.
I got
Oh.
sympathetic. I'm an
But-
empath.
See, I can tell by the way that you're yelling at me that you're slightly
No.
angry. So I,
No.
Can you
No.
stop yelling at me,
Honestly,
please?
I'm using all my energy right now just to tell you, just calm down.
no.
Just calm down, sweaty. Mercury's and Gatorade. Come on.
Mercury's and Gatorade. Oh,
Honestly,
my
though,
toaster
honestly,
backwards
leave it-
today.
damn, can't do anything.
Leaving that job made me. I'm just feel good.
You're free.
I'm
Oh,
free.
liberated.
Was
Free
it
at
just-
last. Free at last.
Was it just a toxic work environment? Is that what you feel?
They made
liberated?
false allegations against
allegations against you?
Again,
me. Yeah, I have
God,
the text
dude.
and everything. They're like,
probably don't show
you
those,
just-
but
Yeah. obviously.
Yeah,
But-
they're like,
Yeah.
You just made me uncomfortable. You just made your teammates uncomfortable,
Yeah.
so we can't have that. So, and I'm like, well, I just quit before you can say anything later.
you should have let them fire you.
Yeah.
So then you do the unemployment.
No, because
Hector.
you know there's
No.
laws protecting against that kind of stuff, like
retaliation.
Retaliation. Yeah.
Who's the lawyer that helped your friend get $2 million from?
The company name.
Yeah.
I don't know the lawyer's name.
Hit up your friend and help him out. He got a case.
Yeah.
He has a case against UCLA too. I keep telling him, like, call Saul,
low
man.
key.
Call
Yeah.
Saul.
Find out what's going on.
Probably do.
Call lawyer.
Well,
But this type of thing that's happening to you is happening a whole lot more. At least now, like at least two of my other friends have also gone through the
which
same
is
thing.
stupid. Look, they didn't open it, but their job postings for every department in the restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
and they're paying them even less. I think they well. For me, I didn't lose anything because I have another job coming up, and I just didn't lose anything. That fucking job didn't give me benefits, paid time off, nothing, nothing. It didn't give me anything but like a high pay rate.
Mm.
And then I just found another job that pays me more, and I told them, "This guy's paying me more."
What
And
a
they're like,
concept.
"Well,
Yeah.
you could we'll work around your schedule," and then gone.
Bug him.
More money, work around your
God.
schedule.
Because
How about both?
All right, but I don't want to take too much time. Like I didn't lose anything. Oh,
That's good.
because like a sous chef
Yeah.
makes only 62, and I'm like, okay, that's nothing. Might as well just have two part time and make more than that.
Honestly,
Low key.
So whatever.
Like you're not getting benefits anyway.
Yeah,
might
but
as well
dude-
do part times to make more.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, I lose nothing.
Yeah.
So you don't, and they're like, you're not allowed back. I wasn't even planning to go back.
Right?
Yeah, no, no,
For this
yeah.
overpriced garbage.
Okay.
I've worked here before.
I
I
see
know
you
what
guys
it's like.
cook. I don't want. I even told my chef
I
straight
wouldn't
up.
eat what they
I don't
made.
want to eat here. And once people find out I eat here, they're not gonna do it well. So I'm like, nah.
Uh,
I was like, we don't want you back. Okay.
Okay.
I was like, okay, fuck. I don't want to come back.
Okay.
It's like finding out how the sausage is made. It's like, I'd rather not.
But it's very concerning because I'm like, why are you guys going lower when everyone is literally demanding more pay?
Well, not demanding. I mean, 99% of the workers that are asking for more pay is because they've been underpaid for so long.
Exactly. But then there's people leaving. The turnover rate in every industry is stupid high
Yeah. I've
right
noticed.
now. And then they're like, oh well, we're just gonna pay the next guy less. Like
And
they're
that's what
not
they
gonna
do,
work,
yeah.
dude.
Well, it's because they have a disproportionate amount of
Dude,
power over you.
McDonald's is paying people $20 an hour. 20.
Yeah,
Not
finally.
even, not even 16.
Yep.
20.
Yep.
Just to have them there.
Finally.
And I'm like, dude, that's more than one of my prep cooks make.
Yep.
And I was like, that's
I'm gonna go be a prep cook at McDonald's.
Yeah.
And everything is ready for you. Just put it together.
Yeah.
That's why everyone, I think, is since I have papers, you know, everyone
For now.
everyone else in the kitchen like had to stay there because they're like, well, I can't really get another job. And I'm like, I understand that.
Oh, because they don't have papers.
Yeah, that's probably why
Yeah.
they're getting
Yeah.
underpaid too, as well.
They're
Yeah, they're
because
taking advantage of
I
that.
mean,
They're
what
exploiting,
can
of
do? Yeah.
Because my coworker told me, my coworker who got paid more, she told me, well, you got paid. I'm surprised you got paid that much because no one gets paid that much. And I'm like, what do you mean no one gets paid this much? And they're like, yeah, you started very high. Usually you had to work your way up for that. And I'm like, fuck no.
Right?
What the
What?
fuck? I already worked my way up to it.
Yeah.
Companies exploiting
what I'm-
undocumented workers.
That's what I'm worth,
Yeah.
you know? And then and all this stuff. But I honestly didn't feel like I lose anything.
That's good.
But
Yeah.
but just for cautionary, unless they actually go out of their way to like slander or defame me, like, oh, you can't work in Beverly Hills no more, and then every restaurant is like, oh, we can't hire you because this guy told me not to, and I'm like, that's where I need to lawyer up.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
my therapist straight up said lawyer up.
Lawyer up.
But
I told you.
I'm gonna look for help, and then I'll see what's up. I have time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if it's a free consultation,
Exactly.
Yeah.
It can't hurt.
it can't hurt.
Yep. It can only ever help.
Yeah.
Free consultation at $300 an hour. That's like $100 worth of their time.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, if they do, they do free bone. That's what.
I'm sorry.
No.
I
Pro
dealt
bono.
with,
Pro
I dealt
bono.
with lawyers for too long that I already know the rates and stuff. and
Yeah.
everything.
No, I feel it. I fucking hate lawyers. The only thing I hate
Unless-
more, well, and
Unless
I'm
you
gonna
know a
become one.
lawyer.
Oh, good.
Unless you know
It's-
a lawyer.
It's
I,
another.
I know 2 lawyers.
No, fucking. The only thing I hate more than like the like some of the lawyers that overcharge is the staffing agencies, because they
Oh.
make it even harder to get like if something like Hector's thing happens, it makes it even harder to pursue the thing. Like it becomes like it can stretch out into like a 22 year long process. It's not fun. I have experience with that. It's
But
bad.
it's okay. So this is what I need. This is what we should look at. And what's an LLC?
Limited liability company.
Mhm.
And what's the point of that?
Limited
just
liability. So the
well-
people don't have the people in the company aren't liable if anything happens.
Yeah.
Like
So, like,
we're all
let's
staring.
say-
I
We're all
know.
staring like, what are you doing?
So like it's like let's say you rent a property for your business and you have to pay rent on that property. If your business goes defunct and you can no longer make payments on the property, they can't come after you personally. Like let's say you also own a house like Pablo does.
Oh.
They can't come after Pablo's house if he's running the business with you because they have to go after the LLC.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's basically just a way to incorporate without you taking any damage.
So basically,
Yeah.
just create a bunch of LLCs, let them go bankrupt, and then just keep screwing people out of COVID money. Woo!
Commit fraud.
No,
commit
no,
fraud.
it's
Don't
not
commit
fraud. It's
fraud.
you're using the loopholes in the legal system because you're paying your one employee, yourself, all of the things, and then you
Well,
let
then-
yourself go, and then you sue your own company, and then the insurance has to pay you out because you sued your own
Own
company for
company, yeah.
failing to be able to provide the severance packages you initially
It's-
signed up for.
That sounds.
and then-
That sounds funny, but
Boom.
honestly,
That's probably fraud.
that's probably.
Nope, that's capitalism, baby.
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude,
not
sounds
enough-
like
if you
fraud.
have
It's
money-
probably capitalism.
Biden.
That's
Biden.
true.
Biden doing that with the bank, the
The SBC or the
Dude,
SVB.
you guys are not getting
SBC.
bailed out. That's capitalism.
Straight up,
Straight up told everyone.
you took a
No,
risk
you took a
and you
risk.
lost.
What do you mean he's bailing them out though?
No one's bailing them out.
Yeah, the SVB is getting bailed out, and we have to bail them out
Why?
because
Well-
if the banks fail, we all get fucked.
No,
We all get fucked in the
No,
ass with a
they
giant
have-
10-inch dildo.
They have more assets than they had debts, so that's fine.
Yes.
It's not a collapse like
But then the
Washington
rich people got
Mutual
scared.
was.
No, it's 'cause
Our
their
economic
assets-
system is at the whims of the rich people. If the rich people feel scared, banks will collapse because of
No.
the fractional reserve lending.
Well,
No.
Silicon's assets were tied up into bonds that were 2%, so they weren't even making money. 2% with interest rates like what 7, 8 right now.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
So they were losing so much money anyways, and they got lucky that they got bailed out with this. All their assets got bought out.
Yeah, they did get bailed out.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Like everyone is saying, no, it's technically not a bailout.
Well, they
but
had, like you said, they had the assets. They just had them
Yeah.
locked up in a 2% yielding bond.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yep.
well, because those are safe investments. They did
Well,
those years ago.
yeah.
and they
Back
would
in
last.
2020 when
Yeah.
it was a lot of.
Yeah, when it was a lot, and over time, if
Pre-COVID.
they were able to mature, they would have been a great investment. They would have been amazing.
So it was
but-
pre-COVID, so that means it
yeah.
was before. They're just literally realizing the damages now
Yeah.
Yeah.
after COVID. Okay, that makes sense.
Well, see, the
That
thing
makes
is that if the rich people hadn't gotten scared and been like, "Hey, I want my money," those assets that they did have would have been able to cover everything. They would have been fine essentially because it
No,
just
'cause
it
they
was
were-
just illiquid.
No,
it
they
wasn't,
were slowly selling them, and they weren't keeping.
Yeah, they
up.
had started to mostly because other rich people
But
had
at
gotten
that
scared
point, they were
already.
already losing so much
Yeah.
money. I
Mhm.
think if they would have kept going, they would have gone under.
Well,
immediately.
if the
Well,
people
they
who
did.
had money inside of the bank, the deposits,
Yeah.
hadn't asked for their money back, they would have been doing fine because they were just illiquid. It wasn't like the other one with Sam Bankman-Fried, where the
Oh.
money didn't exist in
It
the
didn't
Oh,
first
it's
place.
exist in the first place.
Where he
They had the
transferred
money.
$2 billion in assets to his own personal use. To keep
Yeah,
funding
exactly.
himself.
Yeah, that
Idiot.
one, the money didn't exist in the first place.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
the
Ponzi scheme.
SVB, the money was just illiquid. It was tied up in assets that were actually
There,
allowed. To, if they were allowed to mature, they would have been
but
profitable.
they didn't mature.
But they didn't get a chance to mature. They had to sell them because people started getting scared and started
Yeah.
run on the bank.
So what do you think's gonna happen with the crypto.com arena now?
Well,
What? Nothing. No.
I think it was just a little, just hype. They're like, oh, this, electrical money, imaginary money.
Oh, it's
let's-
FTX that failed, not crypto.com.
No, Crypto.com
Yeah.
didn't fit.
No, I don't think so.
FTX is done, I think.
Yeah, FTX is hella done. It was
Done.
never good.
I never really looked into it.
Yeah.
so I never really got into that
Crypto.
side of crypto.
People were just buying.
It's like
crypto.
FTX. That's supposed to stand for like forex trading, right? Like the
Yeah.
whole, concept of forex, but with crypto.
Yeah, it's supposed to be kind of like Binance, essentially.
I don't know. I don't use Binance. I have crypto, but it's in Coinbase.
Oh, there's this one fucker. How do you call it? CoffeeZilla recently did a video on it, but he had this fucker
one
on
for-
there called Meet Kevin or some bullshit like that.
No, me, Kevin.
He's
I
a
don't know.
fucking dickhead.
Really?
Yes, I consider him a dickhead because of what he said on CoffeeZilla. Because he was basically like, "Oh yeah, it doesn't matter that Sam Bankman-Fried scammed you, and it doesn't matter that how do you call it, that we advertised to you to entice you to put your crypto into SVB. We did nothing unethical. We did nothing. We're clean of our hands. But
they-
I'm willing to do some charity for you to get some of your money back. But it's not my problem that you can't be a big
But
boy and not invest in something.
He makes a good point though. Why are you throwing your money in things you're not sure of? Do your
because people
research
shouldn't be
before-
scamming.
And they make it very clear too. It's like, hey, like,
Yeah, people shouldn't be.
do your
scamming, yeah.
research. Like, we're only like telling you,
Well, I
not
think
financial advice. Like, literally tell you that.
If you see the marketing behind it, though, it is pretty like I wouldn't say directly misleading, but it's pretty like this is the future. Like everyone's doing this. Like
Yeah.
if you don't do this, you're a fucking
They
idiot. Like
paint
that's how
themselves
they
on
make it
experts
seem.
as experts, and that's the issue
But-
here. They paint
Yeah,
themselves
yeah.
as experts that you can trust because not every single person on earth has the ability to become an expert in every topic
Yeah.
that
But
they
then
need in their
You
life.
still have to watch what
But
you say.
then- yeah,
That's
well,
like
then
saying
you
Robert
have to
just said
Kiyosaki
it. I
isn't
didn't
a
tell you guys
scammer.
to do it.
yeah, exactly. But you have to do your
Yeah.
research. Like, and they even say it themselves. Like, hey, don't put more than like.
But that's a
1%
bad
or
faith
10%.
argument
that's a
on
very
their
bad
end.
faith argument.
On their end, because they're the ones going, guys, I'm only advertising a multi-billion-dollar industry, but it's not my fault. Like, come on.
It's not my
know?
fault you fall for an MLM.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
But-
you're
Yeah.
actually committing like scams like that,
Yeah.
it doesn't work as a defense that someone should have researched.
Like I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you mean you didn't mean to? Like that's just a bad faith argument because they're saying, well, I didn't mean to. It's like, so what are these millions of dollars that you've been investing into marketing and saying invest? There might be a risk. Like just going there might be a risk
Well,
doesn't
investing
mean.
Yeah.
always has
That's what I
risk.
saw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a line here. What they did, like at least the sponsorships, they're not illegal, but they are unethical, which is the key underlying difference here. What they have done may not have been illegal in the strictest sense, but it was definitely unethical. Because they more or less knew if they paint themselves on as experts, they should be able to do due diligence to know if something is a scam or not, because they know
Yeah.
more than the average person, and that's what they're portraying themselves as.
Or you just
And
need
if they know more than the average person, then they should be able to tell whether something in that industry is a scam or not, and they should be able to do the research themselves too before deciding to advertise it. Even basic YouTubers like MatPat have to like
that's why it's just
vet
a
their
theory.
ads.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a theory. Don't, hey guys, at the end it's just a theory.
Yeah,
Don't freak out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people like vet their ads. They don't just take money from anyone and then advertise it. That was the whole issue with established titles a little while back, where like not enough people were vetting whether established titles was an actual thing or not, and that blew up and got everywhere. Once you start advertising something, especially if you paint yourself as an expert, you have a responsibility, an ethical responsibility to ensure that it's real.
Oh, it's just like the gambling people when they're like, "Oh, I'm making millions of dollars, but I have a little thing right here that says don't gamble. It's bad for you."
Yes.
And it's like, "But
Yes.
look, guys, look at all these lights. Whoa, I just hit $1 million." Ooh. And they're playing with like the bank's money.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Man, I lost $5 million today." Oh well, then tomorrow they wake up like, "So I made another $20 million deposit, but it's just fake money again because it's like the bank's money, so it's not like it's never real actual value to
Yeah.
it." And then they go, "But guys, just remember, like it's not good for you, okay? So don't do it." And anyways, back to streaming for another 8 hours.
Yeah,
like,
and then
I
it turns out
put
they
that
have
on
a
the
deal.
I don't know. I always put that on the person. I don't know.
But
I know,
but
like,
that's
kind
and
of
then
also
again,
victim blaming.
It's like also, but like then you trust this person. Like, oh, this guy's good. I trust him.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Because
And then you
remember,
put the
That is your
money.
due diligence. Hold on,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Referring to experts is the due diligence. If the experts are lying to you, you
Yes.
didn't fuck up. You did your due
On
diligence. You
professionality.
researched.
You
could
research.
yeah,
sue-
you were
Yeah.
sue
purposely
someone for
misled.
unprofessionality.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
Yes, you could. Good lawyer does it.
I don't know.
Saul
A good
Goodman.
lawyer just
Call
does
right
it.
now.
He just does it. No, but that's the thing. It's like if it's a bad faith, if you're the figurehead intentionally misleading people, then yeah, it's different from like, well, but I told you there's
Oh.
a risk.
I know a good comparison.
That's
So
safe.
for like let's take Dr. Oz for example.
Ooh.
If is it the fault of the consumer, the person trusting the supposed medical expert that this magic bean will heal them, when that magic bean ends up causing them harm?
Or literal snake oils that do nothing.
Yes. Is that the fault of the person? Maybe a little bit for
yeah,
for that,
'cause
but it's mostly 99% of it is
Yeah.
on Dr. Oz for shilling that magic bean.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
so
if he wasn't
'cause-
shilling it, no one would know what it was.
Yes, exactly.
There would be no
if he,
publicity.
if he didn't have
marketing.
the aura of an expert, if he didn't paint himself as someone who
I mean,
knows
he's a
everything
literal
about
Then
doctor.
again, you're doing
Yes.
that's a good comparison because he's not really a doctor.
He
He
is.
is.
He is.
He's a literal doctor.
Yes.
Like an actual
Yes.
medical
Yes.
doctor.
He's an
He's
actual
an
medical
MD.
doctor. Yes.
But it's
MD.
just, but then that
MD.
turns the fault turns to misinformation.
But no, but that's his
That-
point.
yes.
Though.
That's his
That's our
point.
point. It's like if you have an MD, he's an actual MD. He actually went there to
You know,
medical school. He went. He's a doctor. That is a
actual
fact.
doctor.
Yes.
And then he still goes and he's like, "Hey guys, these essential oils, blah blah." He knows for a fact they don't work because he's a doctor, but because he's getting so much money from it, he doesn't care.
Yeah, exactly.
And so if you go, "But I saw a doctor on the television. They told me to use it, and why isn't my cancer going away?" And it's like, this is why you need a second opinion, you know.
Yeah.
But again, it's not. It's like sort of their fault for believing them. But again,
yes.
if he hadn't been advertising in the first place,
they wouldn't have felt. They
Unless,
wouldn't have
unless
happened.
he says something like, "Oh, it's not guaranteed," but you should try.
Even if he says it's not guaranteed,
irrelevant.
Like, it's
Yeah, yeah.
irrelevant.
So
That's why he
that's
had to
the
go
whole
up and
thing.
yeah,
pressure
they have
Congress.
their loopholes already.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
but that's why he had to present
like
himself
you
in
said,
Congress.
the small text, like, oh, it's not good for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or not
Yeah.
even it's not good for you, but just going, oh,
Results not guaranteed.
results
Yeah.
not guaranteed, or
Yeah.
results may vary,
Or like that small white text at the bottom. The
It's- yeah.
FDA does
Yeah.
not sponsor this.
This
and
is
stuff like that.
these statements have not been vetted by the FDA, and it has not been submitted for FDA approval.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't matter because they'll go, and then you can still use anti-heart attackism, and it'll work for you.
Yes.
It's just like
yeah. They'll
some
directly contradict
BS.
that thing in like the actual like presentation of the item, and it is certainly unethical.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly so. Saying otherwise is like saying that snake oil salesmen never did anything wrong.
Yeah.
Scammers, like
Well,
you essentially
ethically they did something wrong, but
Yes.
like legally no.
no legally
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of
It's
and
a
it
gray
depends,
area.
and it
It really
depends
is.
because Dr. Oz did have to present themselves in front of Congress, and the people who presented themselves as experts in crypto and shilled it are now getting sued.
Yeah, they're getting sued.
Yeah, so
But
it
we'll see where
is.
that goes.
There's like a very thin. I doubt it'll go through. There's just
Yeah,
not enough
it's not
evidence for him
exactly, like-
because one of the key things I think Legal went over this is that you have to essentially prove that they knowingly.
Prove malice.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
prove malice that they knowingly did this, and,
exactly,
that's
they
an
can just
unbearably
say
high
like,
standard.
well, we didn't know it was a scam.
Yeah.
Like, blah blah blah.
Oh, so you
We,
had to show
we give
intent.
people warnings.
Yeah,
we
you
tell
have
them
to
we're
show
not.
intent.
We tell them we're
Intent.
not financial advisors. Why are they listening to us? We're just doing this for entertainment.
Well, no, they
Oh,
they could still
yeah.
paint themselves as financial
Exactly.
advisors, but they can't.
That's how Tucker Carlson avoided his lawsuits.
Yeah.
Because
It's
they
literally
were
what
like,
you do.
Yeah.
no one would actually believe that this man tells you news. It's
yes.
yeah,
But it's still
Bruh.
wrong.
it's entertainment.
It's still
Yeah.
wrong, and it's not the fault of the victims for falling on that. It's
But
the
then
fault of
don't
the
label it
people
as Fox
producing the
News.
content.
But too bad they can.
yeah.
They can
Too
do
bad.
it.
Too bad.
It's-
Because they go, Fox News is technically the brand.
Morally, no. Legally, yes.
Morally, yes. Legally, no.
No, the other way around. I don't know.
Morally,
Yeah.
no, and legally, yes.
Morally, yes. Legally, no.
Yeah.
No,
they,
no,
they
it's
did something
immoral.
wrong morally.
It's immoral.
Oh, sorry,
Yes.
sorry. I was
It's immoral
going,
but legal. There we go.
Yes,
Yes.
it's
That's what I tried to
immoral
say.
but legal. Yes.
it's legally immoral.
Legally immoral. Yes.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
like capitalism.
just like capitalism,
Just like capitalism, baby.
honestly.
Full circle.
Full circle.
I
So
mean,
Shazam.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut you off before you
No,
go
yeah,
another
yeah.
half hour.
What?
Shazam. So,
Shazam.
you guys have seen the trailers, right?
Yeah, he's like, I'm not ready for this.
I haven't even watched the first one.
I haven't
You
either,
haven't
to
even-
be honest.
Wait, you haven't seen the first one?
I haven't seen
I
any of
think
the trailers.
Well, I think I.
Oh,
I
no, I'm
watched
saying-
the first trailer.
I think
You've seen the first
I
Shazam,
think
right?
This
Trailer.
movie's gonna be like Sonic 2. You don't have to watch the first one.
True. It's just going to be fun.
Yeah.
Really
The
fun.
first Shazam trailer, and I never watched the movie.
Okay.
You never
Edward.
watched the first movie?
I don't think I did.
Oh,
The first
it
one-
was
it's a
pretty
good
good.
one.
I'm
First
not
one
gonna
was
lie.
pretty
watch
fun.
it? I just
It
know
was
it's
the
with
only-
it's with
The
little
only
kid-
good
well, two
DC
kids,
movie
right?
chess.
Yeah.
It was
No, but
literally
one
the
of them-
only good DC
Two kids,
movie.
but one of
Okay,
them turns
chess.
to an adult
The
that becomes
only one.
Shazam, right?
Yes.
Okay, now I know where we're at. Okay.
And at the end of it, there's 7 kids.
Oh, then I don't know.
They look like the Power Rangers.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he basically, it like the whole story basically goes, he's learning how to use his powers. He goes, he's in the orphanage, and then he's like, I'm an outcast. And then they're like, well, we want to be your friend. And then they go through
We wanna
hardships.
be family.
They become family, and then he shares his powers with them. That's literally the entire movie.
Yeah.
But obviously, because it's a comic book movie, like it's the way you get there that's fun, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, now we're gonna see this one where it's like, oh no, he's separated from his family. Because in one of the trailers, you see like the little bubble thing where it's like separating him from the main bad guys and stuff. And I don't know who the daughters of Atlas are. Just old people. So,
Yeah.
Helen
I don't
Mirren.
know too much about the Shazam lore, not gonna lie.
Yeah. So
I just know about the lawsuits that happened as a result.
Oh,
of
but this, we
What
could-
lawsuits?
Did we ever talk
lot.
about Black Adam?
yeah, we did.
Black Adam.
We did.
Yeah.
That was
Oh well, I think Edward and I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
'Cause you were working or something, but
I think so. Something
yeah,
like that.
we basically came to the consensus that it was okay, but that Black Adam, he was just like the Terminator, but instead of being like, I'm a man out of time and I don't know where I belong, he was like, oh, a door, what is that?
I know that was pretty
Mhm.
stupid.
It was dumb as shit. Okay, not dumb as shit, but it was pretty dumb.
Yeah, now in hindsight, like a lot of stuff came out. And it's basically The Rock's fault that
Yes.
like it ended up that way.
Yeah.
Like he was basically causing a bunch of problems behind the scene. He
Would you like
wanted
to see
be
The Rock
ringside.
as The Rock?
Yeah.
But but he can fly?
Honestly, I think he was like, let's add a little humor in this, and like in the corniness at the end. No, but it was still pretty cool seeing the other superheroes. Dr. Fate.
I mean, Dr. Fate was literally the highlight of the movie.
Yes.
That's the other thing we agreed
might as
on.
well just be the Dr.
Yes,
Dr.
Dr.
Fate
Fate
movie.
was the best
I
part
would
of
like
that
another
movie.
Dr. Fate movie, please.
Yes. I would love a solo Dr. Fate movie. Honestly,
Yes.
DC movie dealing with
name-
like the magical side of it, like kind of
My
like
name's
Justice League
Bond.
Dark, the animated
Dr.
movie.
Bond.
That would be pretty cool
Yeah.
with the Lords of Chaos and Order.
But that was so cool. Like that last bit where he's like, I am Dr. Fate, agent of the Lords of Chaos and blah, Lords of Order. And then blah, and then he like does his whole kick and caboodle and then he tries to finish him off. And then he just gets a hole punch through him. I was like, come on, that's pretty lame. But
Yeah, I find the character Naboo really funny.
why?
I don't know. I just find him funny. I just love his demeanor.
What does he do?
He's the guy inside of the Dr. Fate. Oh well, no. So the guy wearing the helmet is possessed by the spirit of Naboo.
Mhm.
The helmet itself, the spirit of Naboo lives inside of it. That's what allows Dr. Fate to have his powers. And he needs someone that's very magically inclined in the first place in order to possess them, or else like explosion or whatever.
So like the Lucky Charms guy because he's magically delicious?
yes, exactly. It's like
I
wanting
made
tricks to be
Hector
not
laugh
for
today.
kids.
It was a good day.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Finally, it's been a while since you had a good joke.
Oh,
That's the end, guys. And
Well, actually, the other podcast.
It's okay. I'm just gonna cut this part out. So,
editorial power.
editorial power, we get no
unlimited
say.
power.
Address your mom.
Honestly, and then I'm just gonna cut and be like, Hector gay. And you're just gonna see
No,
that hard
That's
cut.
last year's.
No, you just ADR Hector's lines. It's like
Oh yeah, I'm gonna deepfake using AI. I'm gonna parse together all of Hector's words, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, you are right, Andres. I actually was. I actually was going to pay
Hector Pay.
Okay.
Hector pay."
I don't doubt that you could do it. I don't doubt it.
I don't know. it's-
Deepfake.
it-
You know,
the
there's a
AIs
lot
are expensive.
of Joe Rogan deepfakes with like him selling
were talking about
supplements.
those
No,
last-
no, that's different.
Oh,
There's commercials running Joe
In, like,
Rogan things and they're
Russia.
fake. Yes. But it's like Joe Rogan actually talking and shit.
yeah.
It's like,
well,
it's
not
hilarious.
actually, but
Oh.
they're like, yeah. Have you guys heard of this supplement? Yeah, Jamie, pull it up real quick. It's this crazy supplement that can like blah blah. It's nut. Let's watch
Yeah.
it. Let's watch it.
It's fucking hilarious. Not gonna lie.
Other fakes, the other fake, the game lobbies with Trump.
Oh, those shits
Obama
are
and
great.
Biden.
I love
Oh,
those.
they're kinda-
We
we
went
were
over
talking
those
about-
last
yeah,
time.
we're talking
They're
about
so
last week.
good.
No, literally,
Yeah,
everyone but Andres doesn't like them.
Yeah.
I like it's funny. They did one for Kingdom Hearts and like, ha, this one's
Andres
fun.
is just being a boomer. It's like
Yeah.
I don't like this new age of jokes.
I don't like it.
I don't like this meme.
Can
I don't
someone
like
get
this
these illegal aliens out of my lobby?
Why are you laughing at E? It doesn't make sense.
Oh, no,
I
he said-
love E.
He
I
said
love E.
he
Yeah,
said
I
he
love
said
it.
illegal villagers when they were playing Minecraft. I was Trump. That shit was funny.
Let me.
It's fucking great.
E.
Hey Hector, why is there an E in your name?
Edward, your name literally starts with your name literally starts with an E.
E. We're all
Pop-
E's
pop-
here. Pablo
pop-
has an E in his name too.
No,
Yes.
he
It's
doesn't.
a silent E.
It's Pablo.
O E.
Pabli.
No, just Pablo.
Pablito.
Pabli. Oh no.
LOE is low.
It's an E.
Yeah,
instead of an
LOE
I.
is
Hey,
low.
it's Ethan Klein. Today I'm selling you do your sign up bonus at stake.com using my code HLEE. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that was. It's a deep fake.
Where's
There's
the-
this huge Joe Rogan scam.
Oh.
And I've been talking about his supplements being like pretty questionable. And then this video's making its rounds. Sure enough, Joe has.
Yeah, you were
what can I
clicking
say?
it the wrong
Here he is.
I was hoping like
Check this out.
There's a category of supplements that are very interesting, work very well to increase testosterone by about 100 to 200 points.
Well, look, that Alpha Grind product that's all over TikTok. If you go to Amazon and you type in libido booster for men, you're going to find it right at the top. And that's because guys are figuring out that it literally is increasing size and making a difference down there.
Steroids, the testes, if you got those, to make more testosterone or estrogen.
Jesus.
There's a category of supplements that are very interesting,
So the
work very
deepfake
well
scams
to
are here. Of course, that's not Joe Rogan or his guest having a serious conversation. But you know what's so funny is that because this
There's a
is
bunny in the
especially compelling because Joe Rogan does show this crap.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like
It's
close enough to reality that it's believable. Like if it was, I guess we should explain that this is a deep fake and fabricated audio and everything. And yeah, I mean, if somebody did this to you, you constantly shit on like these supplement companies and everything, and it wouldn't be believable. But like you said, he's shilling them all the time, so it's like it doesn't
Yeah.
seem like a
it's
stretch.
perfect. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a stretch at all.
Mm-hmm.
And
No.
let's be honest, Joe Rogan listeners are probably not like the highest IQ. They're
True.
They're more into T levels than IQ. T high, IQ low, baby.
Okay.
Here is Hassan's editor. I love this guy, Ostenox. He redid it so it sounds even better. I don't know why he did this for the scammers, I guess.
Frankly, like that one isn't that good. Like
Joe's
watching,
voice sounds
yeah,
weird.
the voice is a little off. It doesn't really sync up. They
With
said
the-
they,
he
they
said-
said they did it in 30 minutes, and
He
they
says
were
with 30 minutes,
Yeah.
he made it sound much better.
So this is the memes that Hector likes. Oh, that's not it. Mute it. Mute it.
Mute it. Ah, I can't mute.
Edward, you got skip. Edward, give me the remote. Your reaction times are terrible.
Well, that's just it. That is why Takanuva always was the true prophet meant to bear the mask of lying. He was the true protector of Mata Nui. Did you ever watch the Bionicle movie?
Yes. I
Not
did.
the Metro Nui ones, or God
No.
forbid the 2009 one.
Yeah, no.
If you watch the original movie, I really quite enjoy that movie. It shows Takanuva as this brave, stoic, but yet young and naive character.
Yeah. He was only a small little dude at that point, right?
Yes, he was just a Matoran at this point, and they called him Takua. But Takua and Jaller go on this quest, and they also ride on this really cool crab called Kuku. And yes, I actually do have all these sets at home. Brag a little bit. Marvelous sets.
You put them all together by yourself?
Yes, I built them all by myself. I really should show you some time. Only took about a week or so to put them together.
He's a fucking
Which
idiot.
Bionicle do you like the most? I really still like the classics. Takanuva, Tahu.
I don't know. Well, Axon. I really liked Axon. And Piraka. Remember Piraka?
Yeah, vicious creatures.
Dude, there's so
Piraka.
many.
But
dude.
they were
It's
cool
insane.
still. Like, remember the rap?
Yes, I remember the rap. It's like they were possessed. Did you know that Makuta is just the Maori, the Maori word for postmodern neo-Marxism?
Is that true? Jamie, pull that up. Is that true?
You bet your ass it is true.
It's not.
It says here that in 2001, the Maori people of Polynesia won a lawsuit against Lego for exploiting their culture.
Yeah, so sad. It really makes me angry. This is what wokeness has done to our society. I mean, truly, I can't even have my original Bionicle names.
Yeah. Oh, and the Borak, those one were the shit. Pull the commercial up, Jamie.
Dude, I bet. Holy shit. I'm getting nostalgia, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, you want to watch Bionicle
Like-
commercials for the rest of the podcast?
No,
No.
dude.
Okay.
Yeah, what's funny, like that one's funny because that's not too different than the way like he actually talks about like real culture stuff. Like that is how Jordan Peterson talks about like M&Ms or whatever the fuck is like the new culture war of the week for the Republicans. That's why that's funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, it's not different.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
The Tomata. The first gen.
If we do this, we're gonna watch a bunch of Smite gameplay after.
There's actually not that many commercials.
Yeah.
One destiny. You can discover their skills, unlock their powers, and join their quest.
Dude, that was innovative. That was innovative.
2001.
Yeah, dude.
Honestly?
Tell me why they look like McDonald's toys.
Because they actually sold them in McDonald's also. They
Those?
the small versions came in McDonald's
Dude, you
places.
won the
Oh.
lottery when you bought that from the swap meet? You
40
won
bucks
the-
for a huge bucket of them?
An ancient warning of
Oh my goodness. We're gonna watch all of them.
come for your masks.
And the CGI was surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Face the terrifying jaws of Kani Ra.
Why are we watching Bionicle?
I'm just.
Because.
The mighty claws of the Manas.
Oh shit, dude! I remember this one specifically. To be
Dude,
honest,
stop.
like
Making me feel
I would
old.
always want that. Like we could never get it because like it was too much money.
I need the.
but
I need the toy now to feel whole.
Exactly. Go to eBay.
purchase, consume.
Consume.
And then the new Borak.
Oh, that looked
Oh
weird.
my
That looked
goodness.
gross. I'm not gonna lie, that looked gross.
But that's the point. That's the point. Make him.
Alone is a great danger to the Toa. The Borak come in swarms that
Is it just like aliens?
So those are actually
face
the
huggers.
white blood cells of the Tomata robot.
No, but like it looked like a face hugger.
Oh yeah, that's what they
Yeah,
do. Those little. So that whole thing is a machine. The only thing that's alive is that little brain.
arise. The Toa had repelled the Borak swarms and were forever transformed.
Yeah, they fell into protodermis and then got armor.
The Toa received masks of greater power, improved body armor, and
Body
new
armor.
enhanced tools giving them surprising.
This takes me back to like when Transformers was just like a toy marketing vehicle.
Why did Bionicle go under?
sold
Because of
separately.
Transformers?
No.
No,
They
no,
just
no.
weren't selling as much.
Yeah, it just fell out of the zeitgeist.
Ultimate Borak have awakened new, incredible powers behind the reptilian faceplate. New tools and one goal: to steal the powers of the Toa Nuva and restart the Borak swarms. Borak card. 6 new reasons to hide.
And this was like the first generation where they introduced like acid, gravity, and stuff like that. It was
Oh,
crazy.
I remember that shit. I remember I had the gravity one. I forgot where I got it from.
Created by
I probably just found it on the street, to be honest.
by the Krata.
So same thing where they had like a little brain.
Extremely powerful, agile, determined, unstoppable.
And those could fly.
Hunting a
I have all of those. Actually, I think so far I have all of them except for the beasts because those are like really rare.
Bionicle. Each set sold
But I think I have pretty much every gen.
Gotta buy them.
Well, I bet you have enough.
No, they're all still in the closet. Have that. Have that.
You're like, I have all of these things.
Straight up.
Do you have the vehicles though? The ones that came with the remote?
I have all those vehicles, not the remote vehicles.
You can discover 6 new heroes confront the danger and protect the inhabitants from a mysterious force.
I remember this one. This would come on after. I remember this commercial after Winx, after Winx Club.
Yeah, this is like 2005-ish, so
Yeah, that makes sense.
we were 8.
Yeah, that sounds about right. TBH.
I didn't.
This commercial would always come on after Winx Club.
Didn't you have one, Hector? Or it was just a car, huh?
No, yeah. My dad only bought me the ones that are car
Lego
related.
Legos, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's a lot more than I thought, to be honest.
Oh, I have all of them. Yeah, dude.
I'm just
So
here stunning
this,
on us. Like,
this is
hey, I
only
have
like
all the Bionicles.
this is only like the 3rd generation, because
God.
remember, for each generation there's the Toa, and then they're like
How
the
many seasons
counterparts.
were the show?
No, there was no shows, movies,
Was it movies? Huh?
and comic books. Comic book was sad, man.
Yeah, the comic books are always a lot sadder. Like, have you read the Power Rangers comic book?
No.
That shit's fucking depressing at some point. Like,
Oh, no. Have them.
And there's video games too of Bionicle.
Yeah.
Each set sold separately. Also available Bionicle 2, the all-new movie on DVD.
All new movie.
I didn't understand that last part of what they said. Oh my god.
Casting a shadow of a
They spoke way too fucking fast. I don't know how anyone understood them.
darkness. Bionicle, surrender or run.
I just always lose the disc.
Why is my
Yeah.
phone vibrating?
Caught in the Visorak web. Change has begun.
Got all those. And then when they got mutated.
Behold, Toa or Decal. Reshaped with new
Lost all the spinners.
each Toa must
I had them sitting there somewhere.
new elemental tool. Master the Ratsuka spinner.
Whoa, it goes up to 35 feet? 50,
50 feet?
feet?
That's pretty far.
50
Sold
feet.
separately.
Jesus. Oh, you too, Edward?
The
Yeah,
bill.
I love using that app.
Oh, indeed.
Almost complete.
Yeah, I love getting work too.
I love getting paid.
Spider-like with sharp senses, unique armored shells, and powerful venom pinches. They're back.
No, but that's the shit though.
Honestly? 50 feet? Oh, 36, 45, 50.
50.
That's impressive.
Have all those.
Each
Yeah.
set sold separately.
Dude, legit, like,
Oh my god.
those are super
so
fucking hard to
many.
find. I have, the gold one, I want to say?
Spears and the awesome Ratsuka spinner.
Or the other one, I don't remember.
Dude, some of my pops are worth like $200.
Oh wow.
Like the Cowboy Bebop pop.
These are like
Yeah.
100 bucks.
Yeah, it's like.
Seems like a good way to supplement your income.
Loki.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not stressing out because my shoes also sell out much. My Yeezys has been selling a lot.
How do you call it?
Yeah, because they're not going to make Yeezys anymore.
They're not.
You weren't here for
No.
the last episode, but you have to report other income.
Yes. If you, technically speaking, if you find a $20 bill on the
You have to
floor,
report
you have to
taxes on
report
it,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
kinda
no, it's a
dumb.
complicated. No, the question is if you make money or not. Because you still have to
technically,
report. You still
yeah.
have to report.
Well, the way it works when you resell things, you have to report your value, your
The
cost basis,
value,
your
yeah.
cost basis. So if you pay $20 for something, you sold it for 40, you made $20.
Yeah.
Yes. But there has to be a stake.
This was the one of the best ones because the villains actually had a personality. They weren't just mindless monsters.
I always thought the Bionicles were the villains, to be honest.
They're all Bionicles. The Toa.
The Toa. Because they always look villainy.
How do these not look villainy? Come on.
You have red eyes, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Each set sold separately.
Oh, this is when like all the commercials were starting to put. How much longer is this video?
We're watching it. That's so ironic. I love that. That's hilarious.
Postmodern. Post-ironic.
Oh my god, my commercial compilation got interrupted by commercials.
And the song, right? Have all those.
Yeah, I do find it. I still find that transition funny. So like,
favorite band.
It's not my favorite band.
yes, it is.
Now it is because they had the Bionicle song.
Oh, dude. So I got. Alright, we'll talk about it after this.
No, like, but
That
like this
was
era where they were transitioning, like they had a bunch of commercials that was just like rap. It was like kind of rap kind of commercials, and then all of a sudden they started transitioning to emo. Like it's
Look-
such a weird.
look how
juxtaposition. Some
edgy
of
it
them
is.
ran concurrently. Some of the commercials, not for
It doesn't
Bionicle.
look edgy. It just looks
Oh, it's
fucking
like a generation.
decked out.
Yeah, it was.
Honestly,
Just, the transition was weird. Yeah.
Why,
It's
why
just
would it
a
be
phase
edgy?
mall.
It's just decked. It's an action figure.
Against the vicious spider. His ruthless
That shit looks cool.
Bison's got the mask, but Fenrik's got the teeth, and they're hungry for battle. New giants from Bionicle, each set so separately.
Jesus.
New from
8 to 6.
Bionicle.
Oh god.
Join the Parakra and build
And
the
then,
most wicked.
see, the
Oh, that's
small
cool.
sets,
That was fucking cool.
the small sets were always kind of weird because they like mismatched the colors of the Toa and they mismatched the colors of the Paraka also.
It's alive. Parakra Stronghold, new playsets from Bionicle.
Places.
Dare you enter
Playsets?
the deep
The
stage
Tomari.
of the
What are
creeps.
places? No.
Have all those.
Bionicle presents 6 new Baraki creatures. whose
And I
life
feel like,
you've never seen.
so this one they actually had them unique because you see the monsters or well the villains, they all have different designs rather than just like we're all the exact same but our masks or our weapons are different, you know. But these actually had unique. Avril Lavigne singing. It's all edgy,
It's all edgy.
Yeah.
Baraki from Bionicle.
but like so they all have actual different builds. And then the Toa actually got different builds too.
Heroes. They trained you, equipped you with new
I don't know, but wouldn't it
monsters.
make more sense for them to be kind of coordinated in what they look like since they're all
They got
their habitats
mutated.
are the same?
They got mutated. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because I was gonna say like it would make more sense if they're all living underwater in the same area.
No.
I would expect them all to look kind of similar.
Because the waters of Mari Nui mutated them from what they were before, so like it's a mutation, so you can't really control it. And it was kind of lame because one of them just had 2 guns. It's like that's it.
Dangerous mission into the unknown deep. The high-tech teleturn
I know.
is ready for action.
So edgy.
You can gear up and begin
Yeah,
your
you see,
mission on
the
your
switch
Hydra
happened. It
scooter.
went from rap
Make
to
sure you're
like
prepared.
edgy emo.
It was 1 year of rap and then edgy.
Yeah.
You can fire the Kodak blaster and defend the terrain crawler.
Whoa.
New playset from Bionicle.
New playset from Bionicle.
And then they went to the air.
Every time one of the commercial ends, I always think, "Oh, the video's over," and
I
then
know.
immediately another one starts.
No, yeah,
playing.
there's like 3 more generations left.
Your Sky Blaster. But the evil
It always gets me.
helpers are ready.
See, that's the only sets that I don't have all of them. I have,
From Bionicle.
I want to say the red ones and I have the evil sides. I don't have the good sides.
I bet you
The
did your
swamp of
research. Yeah,
Cardoon,
look
the
for that.
battle for power continues.
They're expensive now. That's
But
why.
Hunter has adapted to the swamp and will
Don't
attack
have that.
Buy the toys. Buy the.
How much is that an action figure?
So MSRP they started at like $9 because $8.99, and then they went up to $10, and then they were like $13.99 by the time it was like these.
So what's the resale then?
Oh, like $20 depending on how.
Oh, they're not that expensive.
Yeah,
No,
not
no,
that
no.
bad.
Depending on which one though, because like some of them that people didn't buy as much of, then they sell for more. And the big sets like that one's $100 or more, or more.
Resale?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
When it came out, it was like $40-50.
Dude, my pops were worth more than that.
Now you can take control and
There's actually an individual mask, a movie version of a mask that's like $200, just the mask by itself.
That's not that bad. No.
I believe it. No, I believe it.
No, yeah, but
Yeah.
for one Lego piece, like that's
Yeah,
insane.
one Lego
I
piece.
just, and I just, what I wanted to ask was like, how invested are people in this? You know?
Not too much.
Not too much. But
Yeah.
still, I'm
No.
surprised though. Like, 'cause this is still like a landmark in our
childhood.
youth. In our youth.
Yeah, like I will remember it. Oh, Bionicle, yeah, I remember that.
Dude, I'm
There's
still
so much
fucking
lore.
salty. I'm still
I can
fucking
tell you the
salty
entire story.
That that the dual discs are worth like $200.
Dude, I know, and I sold
I'm
them.
so
I'm
mad.
a fucking idiot. Yeah, I put mine on like OfferUp or something a couple years ago, and I was like, I outgrew Yu-Gi-Oh, and it was like, I sold them for $40, and yeah, they're $100.
Yeah.
I want.
I mean,
one
we
so
don't play
badly.
as much anymore, to be
I mean,
honest.
Still,
not
it's
like
still
that,
sick, though.
yeah.
It's still sick to
Yeah.
have one.
I know.
It was like when
I should
you're-
have saved one at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't sold all of them?
Oh,
How much did you end up selling them for?
like $40 each. Literally.
$40 each?
Yeah.
But you found
Fuck.
it for like 10, right?
Yeah, I bought them for like they were like $5 at a thrift shop. Someone had a
Yeah.
bunch of them.
Yeah. I'm still
You still
salty.
made
I
your
didn't
money, though.
realize.
You still made your money.
I mean, yeah,
I still
shoulda, coulda,
want
woulda.
one, to be honest.
I wanted when I was a kid. Never
I,
got it.
I want one right now.
No, but like now since we're realizing it though, like the more we grow up, the more we miss our old stuff.
Yeah, but it's like, do you really miss the old stuff, or do you miss how you were free of responsibilities when you were younger?
True.
And I miss the old stuff.
Like this
Oh,
is
so that set is so fucking rare because it was a humongous set. It was like 150 when it came out, but because nobody, I guess, because it was so
Yeah.
because nobody bought it.
No one could
But
afford
that
it.
it's like $400 now.
yeah.
the biggest one.
No, like
it's a car.
like that's the thing. Like
Oh, that's a tank.
it's why that's why nostalgia is kind of like a gateway to fascism because they
Wait
both
a
operate
minute,
off the same
Edward.
principles.
Everything's a gateway to fascism.
Yeah, it is.
Edward, it's just
Let me
a
enjoy
toy.
my Bionicles.
It's just a toy, Edward.
Nostalgia is fascism is essentially like extreme nostalgia.
Conservatives, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not being conservative.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
We're just
that's-
missing a part of it.
I know. That
I'm
that's
missing
what
a
I'm
toy.
saying.
I,
I want toy.
No, I just think time adds value to things.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, but I'm
Oh, the
talking
golden
specifically
set?
about what Andres said before. That like,
that
do
was
you really
cool.
miss how
Oh,
it was
yeah,
before,
I
or do you
know.
miss
Each one
being
had a
free of
different
responsibilities?
I just miss.
Like it's
I
a.
miss looking.
Oh my god, I just realized that they included the reboots also.
Oh wow.
Because they did reboot it in like 2013-ish. But it wasn't as popular. Because also like Spiders again, you know? Like the sets are really cool though. But they were like new Bionicles, so it's like more big pieces. Not like, oh, I'm going to put this little thing together. It was like, no, leg, foot, armor, you're done.
So it was less Lego, more just like pre-made toy.
Yeah.
They also look a lot whacker. Not gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, they look more generic there.
Yeah.
Like, okay, it's a block. You know, I don't know.
Well, they look more Power Rangers like.
They look more Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Hot Wheels like
They look like Transformers. They
Yeah.
don't look like Bionicles anymore.
Yeah.
Defeat evil. Claim the mask and save the world. New Lego Bionicle. Each set sold separately.
But
New Lego
oh my
Bionicle.
god, there's
Another one. Why?
Hunter has stolen the golden mask of
Oh,
control,
that's the last one.
giving him
Oh, okay.
unimaginable power.
15 minutes of Bionicle.
Oh god.
To stop him, the heroes must team up with the new elemental creatures.
And Andres
Trick
from the
creature on the
future
hero's back.
made this video.
Honestly, I didn't even get to that.
Use your new powers to defeat the hunter, win back the golden mask, and save the world. New Lego Bionicle.
How many times did you lose those masks?
Yeah.
Honestly, just fucking hold on to them, idiots.
Yeah. Just keep it on your face. Like what?
Yeah. So, let me tell you real quick the whole Bionicle story. So, it all began when they
Long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Honestly. No, yeah, but so 6 canisters wash up, and the Toa come out and they assemble themselves somehow.
What?
Yeah, they assemble. They like just they just are right.
They just are. They are God.
Basically, and they go and then they meet the Matoran, the little villagers, and they're like, Makuta is evil. Makuta put his brother to sleep, and because his brother was asleep, there's evil and he's slowly dying, and Makuta is able to take over basically their whole universe. Fast forward after all the Toa hijinks, all this stuff, right? It turns out everyone on the Bionicle planet is actually living in a robot universe. So that robot gets taken over by Makuta, the evil guy, at the end, and then he banishes the good Matanui. He banishes him to another planet. Turns out those 2 planets used to be part of one humongous planet where everyone lived together. So what happens is he finds a smaller prototype robot that was going to be the first version of the Matoran universe, and he inhabits it. Makuta knows that, so he shoots off in the huge robot. So, because the smaller robot can't really fight the big robot, he used the last of his strength in the small robot to push him into the way of a meteor, and the meteor headshots him. Headshots the bad guy, and that's literally how it ends. And then he pulls the universe back together, and then GG. No reason.
Wait, so is the universe a robot or are the planets robots?
The universe exists inside of the robot, which somehow also exists on the planet.
What?
I know. Some of the they call them Rahi, right? The Rahi are like the evil creatures, but it turns out those things are just like I was telling you, the white blood cells. The Borok cleanse everything so they can reset, they prepare for the reset of the universe. But like that's why they're white blood cells. But because there are people living there right now, they're like, no, they're destroying us. They're evil. But technically, they're not evil. Technically, they're just programmed to do what they do. So, but yeah, that's Bionicle in a nutshell.
Interesting.
Like,
Nice.
Sounds like Xenoblade.
Touche.
Xenoblade Chronicles. I've never played a single Xenoblade game. I always wanted to.
Don't.
No? Is
You're
it
gonna-
bad?
It's not bad. You're just gonna lose the fucking afterlife.
Why?
It's so
It's gonna
all
age
long.
60 years.
There's all lore
Oh.
so long. So I
Dude,
recommend.
I don't fucking pay attention to the lore.
I recommend.
Skip all the cutscenes in Last of Us games.
I've
I
played,
want the gameplay.
I've played every single
Buy the
Kingdom
game.
Hearts games. I don't fucking know what's going on
You're
there.
dumb. You're just dumb.
I just see Mickey Mouse and Goofy, and it's like, oh,
They're not even there the whole time.
You think I pay attention?
some guy swings a key sword around or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly. I literally was gonna say the same thing.
Fuck you,
He,
guys.
he lost the key to his house or something. I don't know.
That's good.
Mickey's got to help him look for the keys to his house.
That's a fun segment. Do out of context, out of something we don't know.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Honestly,
Out of
try-
like
I
a
would
show or
love
something
that.
we don't know. Like,
Try to
oh,
make-
that guy, we know that guy. Like, we know
Yeah,
that guy.
make it up.
Like,
make
make
it up
up a
as we
story
go.
as
Make
we
up the
go.
lore.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty fun, actually.
Let's do that right now.
Let's
No,
do
I
it.
don't have time.
With Shazam.
Which is that?
Oh,
There's
we
that.
haven't got to Hector's segment of video games, dude.
Oh, The Last of Us. I finished the TV show. It was great. It's
Yeah.
all of the first game
It
in
was
the
pretty
first
good.
season.
Yeah.
Did you
I
watch it, Hector?
I didn't
It's
watch
so
nor
good.
play.
It's pretty good.
So good.
'Cause
Watch
I
it.
know
It's
what
Watch it
happened.
play it.
It's pretty good.
Irrelevant, even though if you know what happens.
I
it's
know,
still
but I'm not gonna
good.
say. I'm not gonna be like fucking. Who was arguing that? Oh, Edward.
Me?
I was
Edward and Michael going, it's bad because it already was a game.
No, I never
Was
said it was
already-
bad because it was a game. I specifically said that the TV show was good. I was watching the TV show
Okay,
along with
okay.
you. I just
You
don't
said- you
think
said it
that
was
when they
pointless.
choose
You said it
when
was
they
pointless.
choose to make movies based on video games, I feel that they should target games that have harder gameplay because it's
Yeah.
easier for more people to get access to that story. It becomes less gatekeepy that way.
Wait, how is it easier for them to get to a story when the game is gameplay focused?
It doesn't have to be gameplay. Like Dark Souls has a good story, but the gameplay is insanely difficult. And so if they make a TV show out of the Dark Souls universe, more people have access to that story. It becomes easier for more people to be able to access that
I get what he's
story.
saying, I get what he's
Yes,
saying.
compared to The Last of Us, which the game is essentially a movie already.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I was
you know,
thinking.
it matters
talked
less.
about this
We
for
talked
an
about-
hour.
Yeah.
What-
It was
what-
a safe bet. They gambled. They won. They're getting Emmys. We already know.
We're gonna see.
Yeah, it's creatively bankrupt.
We're
But
gonna
still.
see how Dungeons and Dragons turns out.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah, 'cause
that's a whole. That's all.
That's closer to what I'm
That's
talking
closer to
about.
what you're
Yes,
talking
that's what I'm more
So we're-
excited
But then
for.
what happens when the movie's dog shit? Then what?
Yeah,
then
you
what,
have to
Edward?
put obviously you have to put effort into making a good piece of media. Like no shit, but
All right. Well,
that's milks. But okay, so video games. Last thing, because this is
the
really
Yes,
last of
last
Hector.
thing.
The last of Hector.
Dead Space remake worth it.
That's
You
basically
play on PC?
No, I played it on console. Why would I play on PC?
Well, because
I'm not a
you know,
filthy
my
PC
PC
gamer.
No, on the PC, my PC is a piece of shit.
Well, Hector, I keep telling you.
Micro Center.
I cannot just buy another PC.
He's not gonna say I can't afford it.
Hey,
What job?
What job?
Yeah, do a job.
Yeah. Oh well. So, that's the game.
That's the game?
This game's good.
And then Resident Evil 4
I
is
am a
coming out.
PC.
Resident Evil 4 remake's coming out. It's already have positive reviews. I'm hyped.
Mm.
I love it.
Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil 4. Yeah.
Oh, I think I've said this like a billion times already. I've only played the second one. The
I've never played
remastered
any
one.
Resident Evil.
Yeah, it just suddenly appeared on my on my Steam library, and I was
It's
like,
like
okay.
people ask me like, why don't you watch shows? Because I'd rather watch video games because they already explain. Because there's
I'd
already video
rather
games that
watch
have
video games.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why he plays them on baby mode.
'Cause
so
I hate-
that's why
the
Last of Us
game
is
to
so
enjoy.
I'll agree with Edward with this. I hate it. It would be like, have you seen Last of Us? It's such a good show. It's such a good show, man. I love.
It's like
how-
no shit, it's a good show.
No
it was a
shit,
good game.
It's a good fucking game. No, that's it has no. People are not giving the
game the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
they played a video game.
yeah.
Yeah, but I just don't play video games. I'm like,
But then
why?
if the game is the same as the show.
It's
then
not.
Why would
You're
I?
interacting in the game. Okay.
You click two buttons in the
Okay,
game.
I don't agree with
Ooh,
that.
I make
yeah,
choices. Ooh.
You move
Then
30
ultimately
feet with
affect
Ellie
nothing.
behind you.
No,
It's like,
yeah.
like it's basically a
Nice.
movie. That's what I'm saying.
It's a-
Like
yeah,
Last of Us
I-
is basically a movie as a game.
A good video game
It's
is
like, okay.
fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's okay.
Or
When you
like-
watch
or-
it, when
what
you
are
watch a
those-
movie, you don't
those-
have fun.
You know that
Yeah,
com-
you do.
know that-
Yeah,
You
and
don't
then-
have fun watching movies, you psychopath.
No.
those games that what's that company called? Telltale? Or like
Oh,
those
Telltale Games, yes,
Basically,
yes.
no matter what choice you make, it's the same story outcome.
Yep. Wait, no.
Yeah.
The Walking Dead? No.
I don't know.
I've
but
played
one of
that.
them, I feel
Well,
like
The
some
Walking
of
Dead was
them,
different, no.
if you make the same choice,
the
different
Batman one,
choices,
the Batman Telltale game isn't the
It'll
same
always
thing.
end
Either.
up in
No,
the
it has
same-
different endings.
What's it called?
Really?
Yes.
Horizon.
The Last of Us, I mean not The Last of Us, The Walking Dead 2, and The Batman Telltale games,
And
and the
Walking Dead 3.
Borderland,
Well, the
and the Borderland Telltale
Beyond Two
games
Souls,
all have different endings.
Beyond Two Souls and Detroit Become Human, Heavy Rain. Those kind of
Yeah, those games also.
Yeah.
Pablo will remember that.
See that? So those no, but see those.
Save that bit for
Mr.
later.
Mr. Pablo, those
Mr. Pablo.
Mr. Pablo.
Mr. Pablo's his father. Please call him Mr. Pablo Jr.
those were the games that me and Edward were like. That's where I bought up. Like, so how would you explain these?
Yeah,
How would
they're
you,
These
essentially-
nuts.
Yeah.
how would you explain? How would
That's
you
good.
explain, How would you
That's good.
like take this video game and not say it's a video game when it's cinematic?
Because it's basically a movie. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Wa-
See,
You're
because that's
watching-
more because
you're
that's
watching
more
it.
cinematic.
You're a
but then
director.
Last of
Yeah.
Us, the video game is not cinematic. It's just a good game.
No, it's cinematic. It's
It's
very
a good
cinematic.
game.
You barely do anything in
Oh
it.
my god, Edward, you literally crouch.
Doom
You
Eternal
crouch, you
gameplay
crouch,
is
move
much
3
better.
Yeah,
feet,
Doom-
and then like get over there.
honestly, like, when we're talking about this, like I think the more simple the gameplay is, the more of a game it is.
What?
What? That's the exact
No, there's
opposite.
different- there's
Because
puzzle
Doom-
the whole
games.
point.
No,
the whole
'cause
point
Doom-
of a game is the
Doom-
interaction. It's
No.
the it's the
Yeah.
So
input.
then Last of Us is a good. Okay, so
The
so
more
but
simple
because
the
Doom,
more
I'm
game.
just saying like Doom is more of a video game because it's like run and shoot. But Last of Us, you fucking run, shoot, hide,
But
create
it's-
distractions, evade.
You don't need a distraction when you have a chainsaw, Hector.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
That's true.
You don't need a distraction when you have a fucking
But it's-
gauntlets from God.
when
used
you
to
are
punch
the
your
army
enemies.
of death.
Okay,
When
it's
you're
still
the
a
God of
game,
War.
but you're trying to say what's a different.
That's why there's different
Yeah.
genres.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I was gonna
that's
say.
different
It's a
genres.
genre.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
You
video
have
game.
your shooter, and then you have
It's
your
not
story.
just
But
not
And
like-
then you
like-
have games made specifically for Hector the homosexual, like Last of Us. See?
Here's the
You
thing,
guys
like,
watched the Last of Us. You guys are.
Yeah, I watched it. I didn't play it. That's pretty gay, Hector.
You guys, that's a fucking.
See, all the
Hector
work is done
Pay.
for me. I just watch
Yeah.
it.
Exactly.
no,
so.
like get input into like the thing is what makes it a game. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pong.
like
You're
interaction.
But what's the story behind? What's the lore?
That's true. What's Pong's lore?
yeah,
Fuck.
exactly.
Oh, it
yeah.
doesn't have any
Checkmate.
lore. It doesn't have any
Checkmate,
lore.
It's not a game. It's
No,
not
no,
a
no.
game.
atheist.
It is a game, right? It doesn't have a lore, but that's what makes it so easily adaptable, right? Right, Edward?
true.
Right, Edward?
True.
No.
Motherfuckers.
Book to Friday.
later.
The controls are basic. They're simple.
We'll discuss this next podcast.
We're broke till Friday. Goodbye, my friends. We'll see you next week. Now I'ma go and beat my meat. And we're broke till Friday. Goodbye, my friends. We'll see you next week. And now I'ma go and beat my meat. And we're broke till Friday.